Hey guys, so yeah, this is my new HDMI video capture device I just got today. It is by Rybozen, I think. Let me make sure it's right. Yeah, it's by Rybozen, I believe. I think you can read that yourself. Maybe you can pronounce it better. But this is a new one, and it's basically one of the more affordable ones you could get, especially with the 4K advertisement on it. Now, the reason I got it basically is because the one I do have here, which is the AGP Tech HD video capture device, which, you don't have to put into your computer, you don't have to put into your laptop, you don't have to use your laptop specifically. This is more of a external device. Basically, you could, plug it in like a regular HDMI device to your television and all that. As I hit the highlight button there, excuse me for a second. But like I said, you could actually plug this into your television, like a regular HDMI device. And when I had my 1080p television in here, my Vizio television, it worked. It did the job. It would capture the imagery. I would be able to hear the sound and everything. So it did its job. And it would capture it all onto this little device here, on this flash drive. However, when I got my 4K television, my Samsung 4K, my QLED television, all of a sudden it wouldn't work. Like basically it would record the imagery, but there wouldn't be no sound. However, there would be sound. And what I'm saying is that when you would record it initially, you wouldn't hear no sound. But when you would upload the file to your computer and then potentially on a site like YouTube, you would hear sound. And to me, I was like, well, I would like to hear the sound. I would like to, at least hear when I'm recording, right? The other issue I notice sometimes is I would end up having to wiggle the HDMI cord for the output, I believe, which would go into the input of my 4K HDMI switcher, which I bought recently. And, I would have to wiggle, like I said, the HDMI cord for the screen to look, for the screen to come in clear. I mean, it would come in, but it would feel like the colors were faded, like there was some kind of disconnection. So I would wiggle it a little bit just to get it to come in. And like I said, not only would it come in clearly like it should, but when I would record it, yeah, it would record the imagery and the gameplay, but it wouldn't record the sound along with it. Or at least so I could hear it. You know what I'm saying? But what's interesting is when like I said, when I would like I mentioned, when I would upload it onto the computer, upload the file that is, and then upload it to YouTube, then that's when I would hear the sound. Like basically it records everything as it should. It just doesn't record the sound, it records the sound, but it doesn't record it to where you could hear it at the same time. Like you can't hear the sound while it's recording. Like it records the sound, it records the image like it should. You just can't hear the sound, which is kind of stupid. And my assumption is this has to deal with the fact that this is connected to a 4K device, connected to a 4K television. So I looked around on Amazon and I saw that this was there, and there were others like it as well that got like 4.5, 5-star ratings for the affordable price, due to the fact that they could do exactly what you want. Now, do exactly what you want, just like this, maybe better, who knows? And I know that some people would probably suggest getting an Elgato, device, which I'll probably look into in the future, because that that does just as good a job as any. But I decided I wanted to get this just to try it out because it was affordable and it's gotten some decent reviews. So with that said, as I render my package opening video that I did, that I actually had to use this camera and the Canon camera over here to record. With that said, let's open this baby up to see what we got. And if it works, I'll do a follow-up video on that as well, so you guys can check it out down the line. And oh, by the way, just in case you're wondering, this is the only other thing from my former job that I have, which is my utility knife. So anyway, let's open this baby up. And is there anything on the plastic? No. Okay. Put that to the side. And I'm going to do this again. Sorry about that. So we're going to open it here. And there. And it's nice. It's got a nice covering around it. Nice backing or padding, if you will. So it's got some nice padding. And obviously you could tell just off the bat that it's smaller than the one I have. And it is a little bit more metallic. Like this here, it's plastic. This here is a harder substance. In other words, it's more metallic, more chrome, if you will, or something like that. More metal, if you will. Like, see? It sounds similar, but you can tell this has more metal to it, or more chrome to it, if you will. So yeah, there it is. And here on the back we have HDMI out and HDMI in, very similar to this, but it's on the side and not on the back. This is it's on the side of this device, it's on the back of this device. And then you have your mic input, or your AUX or AUX aux input and headphone input, as well as your place for your device, which, yeah, it looks like it will fit in there. So, or for your computer if you want to just send it to that. And then underneath they give you a bunch of other stuff. So you have your USB cord if you want to use that, which potentially I think a lot of people may use if they just do the computer. And then you got your HDMI cord, just in case you want to use the one that's supplied to you. And yeah, it's called Dig It Now. It's got a thank you card on there. Right there, it's got a thank you card. And then we got a user manual here. And it doesn't really say exactly what it is on the back, but it does give you some ideas. And I'm sure you could use a device, because I think one of the things people were asking in the comments is if they could use something like this. And I think some people have responded to, you know, fellow Amazon purchasers of this device and said, yeah, you can. So we'll test that out in a little while. But yeah, you get a lot of stuff here, so that's pretty cool. That's pretty good. And gonna really look forward to trying it out down the line. If I can get the box back in here. Well, I guess I gotta put the stuff in there as well. But yeah, looks good. Like I said, it's a little bit more solid. Not solid, but a little bit more. It's smaller than the original, than the other one I have here. But it's got a little bit more metal to it, a little bit more metallic feel to it than the original. So, yeah, looks really good, and I can't wait to try it out. So let me know what you guys think down below.